Alright, good day, hi, and welcome. Hey, it's one of those days. I'm going to put my cowboy hat here. Road trip. People say, get out of the way of the... Is that who it... No, it's not who I thought it was. My God, I don't know what I did to my brakes. I think all that hollow metal finished off my back brakes. Got another month and a half before I can park this thing. Or before I have to park this thing. Maybe I should let him go. I'll let him go. Not saying I can't push him out of the way, but what I'm saying is I don't like to show off, so, you know, big truck and all. Okay. Let me put on a little bit of heat. Kind of damp today. Even have to have my lights on daytime. Oh. It's my friend Amanda with her nice truck. Today I'm going to redo a video I kind of messed up on. I didn't realize I left everybody on a cliffhanger. I guess my battery must have ran out when I made the video or something like that, and sometimes I forget that I gotta, you know, oh, that I didn't finish that one and I gotta finish it. So, or the memory or whatever happens, right? So hopefully the view is pretty good. Okay, so today's video is going to be about how to afford to run 2 trucks and the gas and everything like that, and how I do it. You know, is it really that much more expensive to run 2 trucks? Well, let's look at what I got. Okay, I got this thing here, which is, you know, it'll get as far as it's going to get, and then you know, we'll see what I get out of it. My $500 truck here. So 500 bucks, been going for about a year. It'll leave me wherever it's going to leave me, and then I got to fix it. If you know, I got to assess whether it's worth fixing or not. Yeah, nice full tank. Makes it harder to climb hills though. 121.35 is what I just spent, and that was just a little under a quarter tank that I filled up from. So we'll say from empty, this truck is probably going to be about 140-ish bucks to fill up, Canadian dollars. Okay, so you get an idea, it's not cheap, right? Now, I've got a second truck, big Dodge Ram 1500, Hemi. I got that big beast, which is my mission today, is to get the wheel nut sockets, which I have. Basically get some sockets, so I can take these damn things off, right? That truck will probably cost roughly about the same, and it'll probably get about the same mileage. If you're wondering what kind of mileage you get out of a 2002 Ford F-150 with, you know, high mileage, I don't know, there's like 280 on this or whatever. Well, it's higher than that now, but, oh, gonna get a little bumpy here. Hang on. Yeehaw! I got some air on that one. I got some air on, that was cool. I wonder why my trucks don't last long. Huh. Anyway, like, I got some air on that one, guys. At least it wasn't a bang, you know, like, yeah, it's hard when you bang stuff. It's okay when it's smooth like that, though. I guess that was done on a Friday. It's Monday right now. That must have been done Friday. It's like, ah, screw it. We'll leave the main highway like that. This is Quebec, where people don't just drive on the, there goes Chum, drive on the roads. They drive on what's left, you know, literally. Okay, so anyway, first you have to add the cost of your insurances. Now, I'm not commercial. I'm just a guy with 2 pickup trucks. And handsome. Well, handsome while being doing that, too. Maybe I should stay on my side of the road. And the thing is that the 2 trucks are really not that expensive. Like, okay, my little 4-cylinder CRV, which somebody asked about, it's dead. It died. Unfortunately, even my nephew's upset about it. Trust me, I love that little Unico CRV, Honda CRV. That thing had like 400 some odd thousand clicks on it, 20 some odd years old, and I could probably still get it going again, but you know, when do you say when, right? Especially when it being that rusted out. So what I got going on is I have a winter truck, which is the Snow Beast, aka the Dodge Hemi, right? And I got it for about 1,500 bucks. Well, for 1,500 bucks. I don't have much into it. I got to put a lot of like elbow grease into it, and a little. I got to put brake pads on the back. So to run those, that's a part of the cost. But once all that stuff is settled out, you can't really factor repairs too much, because it really that depends on, like, if you get a truck that needs nothing, you know what I mean, and then you got another truck that's gonna, you know, you're fixing it every week, right? So that is what it is. So we're not going to talk about that as much, because you can't. Ooh, tree on the power line there. That's not good. You can't really go by that. It's warm enough now. You can't really go by that, because that's not a regular cost. You know what I mean? Like, there is regular maintenance, like oil changes and stuff like that, but it's not a regular cost to basically have a vehicle break down every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And hopefully you don't have a vehicle like that. My vehicles are all patch it now, fix it later condition. You know the drill. But they run for the most part, and hopefully, you know, I don't jinx myself. But it goes like this. You add up your insurances. So because these are older vehicles, older than 10 years, none of my insurance require full coverage. I can't remember if it's 8 years, 10 years, depends. You'll have to check that out, because that's going to be different all around the world, right? I'm in Quebec and I'm in a rural area, so therefore, usually the accident rates aren't as high as here, therefore the insurance rates tend to be lower, but it is no-fault insurance, so I pay less for, like, insurance with the insurance company, but I pay what's called no-fault insurance with the province, and that's my license plate. So a license plate for this is about $500 a year, or $300 a year. I paid the taxes on the truck. Won't really cost. It is a part of the cost, but that's just the first year. So the first year I paid $500. The second year was like, the plate was, what was it? We'll say under $500. It was like $280 or whatever for the insurance, and then the other insurance made up the difference. So it was around $500 for plates and insurance on this truck for the year. So basically 1 week's worth of work typically pays for that. Then on my other vehicle, it's about the same. Even though this is a 4.6 liter V8 engine, the other one's a 5.7 liter V8 engine, the insurances are roughly about the same. If the other one's $10 more, who gives a crap, right? It's the same. So I'm looking at $1,000 just to run both trucks, right? Which for some people that would be too much to swing if it was just a daily driver and they weren't working the truck. If you're working the truck, that's a pretty good deal. If the truck holds up and lasts. If you get a couple years out of the truck, you're laughing, right? Now, here's where it gets interesting. It's really the operational cost comes down to the fuel. So how you guys got an idea? I'm looking at $120 to $140. Maybe on the high end it'll be $160 to fill this time every time. And I get roughly about 14 to 16 miles per gallon highway. I don't know what I'll get in the city, but I'll bar park at, say, 10 to 14 miles per gallon, depending on your truck. So these things are guzzlers, is what I'm telling you. But can you afford to run it? Well, yeah, you can if you plan ahead. And you must plan ahead, because here's how it works. Every day I go to work, I take $20 out of my day, right? And I take that $20 and I put it right here for gas until I got enough for, a tank, maybe even two. And then what I do is I take another $20 and I put it aside for maintenance, which could cover insurance. It could cover oil changes, flat tires, whatever, towing, whatever. And you just keep putting $20 away from every day that you work. You don't even miss it. You don't even miss it. You just do that. And you do this. If I take this truck to work, I put the money in this truck. If I take the other truck to work, I put money in the other truck. So how long does it take you to accumulate money? Well, it takes you a while to get up. I like to have at least $500 emergency cash on me just for towing. And I mean, these are older vehicles, right? When they break, like, hopefully you make your money out of them before they break. Now, here's where it gets interesting, is if they don't break, you just keep building that up until you get, maybe you don't carry it all with you, but you carry, you're working up to get at least a $1,500 oh shit fund or Murphy fund. And what that'll do for you is that'll, you know, pretty much, that's what paid for the other vehicle, was my oh shit fund. So I'm starting my oh shit fund over again. But I'm near the end of my working season anyway, pretty much. So this truck's going to retire for the winter and the other one's going to take over. But that's basically how I do it. Now I find that is the simplest way to do it, that you just put the money aside and you just don't touch it. For those of you that smoke, drink, and do pot and party and all that, you're not going to be able to do it. Unless you make really, really good money. Because things pop up. Everything that breaks on a truck seems to be $400. You know, it's just the way it is. It's like a BMW. You break a windshield wiper on a BMW, it's $600. You know, like every part on a BMW is $600 for some reason, or more, right? Or Audis or whatever. You get the idea. Well, trucks are kind of like that, where everything's just expensive. Brakes, rotors, like the pads are cheap, but by the time you got the brake, the rotor, the caliper, even if you hunt around, it's like $300 to $400 depending on where you go, right? So I'll leave it out about that, but that's how you do it anyway. So yeah, there we go. Just keep putting money away, 20 bucks at a time.